Gita is symbolic that Bhagavan Shri Krishna is the intellect and Prince Arjuna is the mind. Who's the charioteer? It is Bhagavan Shri Krishna. And Prince Arjuna is the person sitting in the chariot. You and I keep living by our mind, as if Prince Arjuna is the charioteer and Lord Krishna is sitting in the chariot. Through this we learn and make it happen like it's supposed to be, where the intellect guides the mind. Right now the mind is guiding our intellect. Best example is the snooze button. The intellect decided you have to get up at 6:30. But when 6:30 comes, the mind says, nah, presses that button. But if the intellect is leading, when it's 6:30, it goes to the off button, one gets up. Right now, we are succumbing to the mind. We are listening to Prince Arjuna and ignoring Lord Krishna. The real disciple is the mind. The real guru is the intellect. Again, I refer to Peaceful Warrior, where Socrates was that guru from within. That is the real Guru Shishya Parampara, is ourselves. We don't have to look anywhere but ourselves. You and I are taking this ego on a journey, not the self. The self is. The self doesn't require liberation or enlightenment. Nothing's binding it. It's the ego that's limited. It's the ego that's bound. The prison warden. The prison warden doesn't need freedom. It's the prisoner that needs freedom. This ego is on this journey. The self is. For those who came to the Mahasamadhi camp in 2008, Swami Tejamananda taught Mundaka Upanishad. And there's a beautiful, picturesque depiction of knowledge there, where you have this tree of life, and on that tree there are two birds. One bird jumps from branch to branch to branch, tasting all the fruits. And most of the fruits are sour, and a few of them are sweet. And the other bird is just watching. Just watching this other bird. That bird that's running around, flying around, is the ego. The bird that is watching is the self. So what we're trying to do is bring this second bird, the first bird, to realize that just be. Just enjoy and keep smiling and be peaceful, because that's who we are. This journey is for the self. We're not educating the self here. We're educating the ego. We're educating the mind. The self needs none of this. If we don't appreciate the goal of life, let alone Vedanta, we will get lost. Swami Ishwananda shared a very nice quote. If you don't wake up with a purpose every morning, the world will take over. And it does. Or as Swami Tejamananda says, if you don't stand up for something, you will fall for everything. Swami Chimananda says, it's the ideal that transforms a listless soul to a towering personality. That ideal. We have to know our goals. We know it about our careers. We know about it, about how much money we want to make. We know about it, about our health, how many kids we want to have, when we're going to get married, where we're going to get married. But what about that underlying goal about the purpose of life? Without that goal, we will get lost. And that's why every Chinmay Mission activity, whether it's Bala Vihar, Devi groups, the Parod course, is all geared towards enlightenment, towards moksha. Every activity we undertake is for moksha, the ultimate purpose of being alive. All of these paths, bhakti, yoga, bodha, all take us to the same destination. That is, to enlightenment by bringing this mind to the heart. Karma does it one way, bhakti does it one way, jnana does it one way, but they all take us to the same destination. So rather than arguing about which path is the best, actually take up a path. Rather than talking about it, do it. Rather than being sympathetic, be empathetic. An ounce of practice is worth tons of preaching. So let's do it. Let's take up a path rather than just keep on studying paths. Nishchitam. This is confirmed by all masters.